Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel, we're looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. Today we will speak about three stocks. It's Intel, Gilead Sciences, Advanced Micro Devices. Why these three? Well, Intel is actually going down due to our latest earning reports and because losses were a bit more than expected, so traders did not like it and the price is going down momentarily. Gilead Sciences, in contrary, has got an approval for its remdesivir drug for possible treatment of some of COVID patients. Therefore, the price is going up, and actually after hours also it's going up to 3% already at the moment. Positive move, so it's very interesting where it will go further. And then Advanced Micro Devices, still people are expecting for earning reports. Therefore, the price is kind of indecisive, and it's a very interesting situation when bulls and bears actually are fighting each other. So we'll talk about those. With this, let's start with our chart analysis, and the first stock we will talk will be INTC. So INTC. What we can see here, although during the day the trading session was actually seemingly positive and we saw the price did some positive move, but after hours it's really going down, and most probably what we will see tomorrow actually also will continue decline because it's a news-driven situation. And on that we can see that the seemingly rebounds that we saw on this moving average 20 line and that was formed last 3 days is now cancelled, and we will go further down. And if we will go further down, of course the question would be how deep we will go, because it's a mixture of technical situation and also of the news. To remind you what happened with Intel here, this huge drop during 26th of July. This was the news when Intel reported that they are not able to fulfill their plans for production because of not enough, let's say, production capabilities, and due to some mistakes in planning of new lithography device purchases. And therefore the price plundered down when, for example, direct competitors price like Hynix company, it went up on the same days. So this was really bad time for Intel, really something internal, and the price really went down all the way until the beginning of August. And then, of course, due to overreaction, the price started to recover. Also, company started to take some actions to, let's say, regain the trust in its development and its production capabilities. This also sent the price on RSI higher. Why we're discussing this? Because this will allow us to understand the next levels here. So what we saw next for Intel, actually starting from the beginning of September, the price again went down and started moving, actually following moving average 20. By the way, here we have, as always, we say it in our analysis, three moving averages depicted. It's moving average 20, 50, and 200 being green, blue, and corresponding. So coming back to the analysis, starting from September, we actually followed on Intel the moving average 20, and then at about, let's say, 29th of September, what we saw is so-called delayed magic cross up, when the price already started going up actually 2 trading sessions ago, and then only magic cross up happened. So moving average 20 hit from the bottom, moving 50, and this was actually not that strong magic cross up because the angle of the entry was quite low for moving average 20. So this caused as a result some volatility here in the top, and only then after 1 trading weeks price started to go further, and actually it was tending all the way until moving average 200. So in general, this entire action you can consider is a huge trust in Intel. So it was a huge expectation that during that these months, actually that quarter, the company will come up with some, let's say, workaround and regain its production capacities. But according to the latest news, this did not happen, and this seemingly, as we just said at the beginning, this seemingly rebounds from moving average 20 and going further is now cancelled, and we are going down with Intel. So therefore, what we can expect as where the drop can be stopped. To understand this, let's have a look to to the support lines that are being drawn here actually due to tradings. So if you look those, we have actually kind of 3 major lines and 1 volatility level, quite small, but still here, let's draw in blue. The reason called volatility level because it's not classically support line, but still might show some supportive behavior. So having said that, let's draw the names. This would be S1, S2, S3, S4 for Intel. And having the price already going down, what we can expect tomorrow is definitely facing S1 level. Here it will be double support also from moving average 50. But given the news, well, it most probably will be a volatility. It's very hard to say the price will stay here or will go further because it's still common for Intel to be at the lower levels. Therefore, we would advise the first entry to make between actually S2, S3 level, somewhere closer to S3. This would be the first entry level in this corridor, S2, S3. And then if should the price go further down, then S4 would be the next level to enter. And here we advise entering with 1-2 strategy, so you buy with 1 portion and then you average down with 2. After that, some recovery should happen based again on the trust and some real productions, because nothing worse could happen. Everything that could happen already happened for Intel. Is just, let's say, the time to take the hit from the quarterly report, then regain and actually start recovering. And the most probable great channel to where it will return in, let's say, 1-2 months would be actually this level. It's been moving average. Actually, between those levels here, it's between current moving average 200, you can say, and the current support lines, resist lines of the previous one. So this box, this trading channel, is something what we expect. What we can expect later within 1 month for Intel, so it's somewhere here. But again, this would be also a mixture of not only the technical situation, but also news-driven, how Intel will react. I think they will take more actions now to overtake these actually second decline, which is kind of a result of the first one. It's kind of over second reaction, second psychological reaction here. And once this is scoped, we can see a return and this new trading channel can be formed. But we shall see later. We'll come back to Intel to analyze it again to see if this is indeed the case, or we're sticking somewhere in the volatility levels on the S1, S2. So with this, we can say that this stock is now being discussed. And if we now come back to another one, it will be the second company, so it's Gilead. For Gilead, it's other way around. The price was actually declining all the way. You can see like up to 3 months it was going down with this downwards channel here. But now what we can see based on the news, today the price went up, and also after hours it's trading high. It's actually trading already at the first flagging point, let's draw the channel this way, the first flagging point of moving average 20, so this green line. And this is a bit, let's say, well, not dangerous, but a little bit worrying moment, because for those who want to enter tomorrow, because the price being at that level means that actually we might be already late to enter if it's already after hours there. We will see the action let's say before opening tomorrow, but if the price will be already at that level, we could see a volatility spike higher, and then actually it could go for some corrective measures, because though the remdesivir was approved, still it's time needed to really, let's say, to engage with it. And it's not really a unique cure for anti-COVID, so it's a specific one, and many countries already were able to buy it as an experimental drug. So having said that, it will be interesting play here. Should be careful. Probably we'll stuck somewhere in the corridor between moving average 50 and the current downwards trend. Let's call it trend 1. And of course, also you can see here that moving average 50 was kind of flattening all the time over these months, which is a positive sign here. Overall, after some this volatility spike tomorrow because of, say, major price gain during after hours and before hours, we can again have a positive movement here. So most probably what we'll have is spike volatility, some stabilization, and then the price should go up, because actually this news, it's not just a temporarily kind of a quick scalping news. It's something serious. It's something that Gilead was working for a really long time and putting a lot of investment there and force and efforts. So this now will pay back positively, and the price overall can go higher upwards in the midterm. That's why we're not really thinking of the charts combinations, but really midterm wise, this will be the first, let's say, target price for Gilead, and then we will see how nice the sales will go, and it will be again some not only technical but news driven and real situation driven. If everything will go really well, this could be even a second, let's say, target price to gap up. So let's call this TP1, target price 1, target price 2, let's say more positive. For this one, it's still a question if we will go those levels, but midterm target price 1 is very possible for Gilead. So for those who want to play it midterm, it's advised to wait maybe until tomorrow the dust will settle, and then you can enter for it. So overall, very good result for Gilead, and company I think will have now quite bright future based on its achievements. So next one in our list is Advanced Micro Devices company, AMD, traded at Nasdaq. Well, this one, it still can move actually upwards or downwards, because technically it's on inflection point. And the reason for that we are, after having a nice move starting from middle of July, we are now finishing the wave, and this wave actually finished nicely, started second wave seemingly, and then it was broken. And the broken wave is a little bit dangerous here, because it used moving average 20 in the around 20th of September as a support line, and the broken wave means like it goes like this and declines like that. And the real wave, it goes like this and declines similarly. So the broken wave usually means that the trend can be broken as well. And if you look here, of course, the recent upwards trend was this one, and you can see already, let's call it T1, it's already been slightly pierced here. And then this action, this doji that was formed today, its next future will be decided in general by earnings reports. It will be very positive. It might spike further and then upwards and reconfirm actually trend one. If it goes down, then we will need to see on how bad were the results, if they would be bad. And then we need to wait for actually support lines as entry points. And there, if we would think for this one, these lines will be on those levels. So this would be the first level, second line, another one, and not given we go there ever, but just to draw it since it's there, it's this level. And in that sense, the best strategy, if you are like, if you are really believing in AMD, of course you can buy any point. If you have any expectation on earning reports as well, so you can immediately start from it. But if you are more like careful one and waiting just for, if any, for a good entry opportunity, then it's better maybe to wait for earning reports. And if the price, should the price go actually down a little bit on those levels, let's call them S1, S2, S3, and S4, then the first entry would be advised somewhere in the channel S1, S2, and then another one, let's say from the middle of channel S2 and all the way until S3, a little bit more, actually until the moving average 50 here, 200 here, because this line, you would imagine and continue, it actually will be also making a double support with S3 at these levels, if any would happen. So this is really like a bit difficult from chart point of view, because it's not really technical situation. It's also expectations for the report. And this is the case for many stocks these days. It's a season for earning reports, and technical analysis, to be precise and correct, can be used and only for expectations and risk management, where you can place your average downs. It's not really for the moment to make your, let's say, expectations for the movement, but it's mainly to see where you can defend and expect for recovery if some unexpectedly bad news will come. In that sense, still it works, of course, but it's a little bit different approach than you do in usual days when all earning reports are still to come. So having said that, that's all for AMD, and today's episode is actually can be finished on this one. We also ask you to check out another videos. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. This way you will not miss another videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.